Hey everybody, we're going to do a review and unboxing of the Byredo Mojave Ghost. I'm so excited. I just went to Bloomingdale's. I had a gift card. We used it. We got the full size and I'm absolutely obsessed. This is a review coming from someone who's not like a fragrance connoisseur but wants to be a fragrance connoisseur. This is my first luxury perfume and I'm absolutely delighted to smell it and give you guys my official thoughts. Without further ado, here we go. This is what the perfume looks like. I'm obsessed. Packaging is 10 out of 10. Here we go. And we're going to do a spray test. Just like the store. I'm expensive. This makes me expensive. Do you want to get a scent? My husband is here behind the camera. Would you like to get a whiff? Here's my arm. Okay. He's not going to get on camera, but here, smell. Did you like it? He likes it. He likes it. I would say this fragrance, you know what? The actual notes are on here too, I believe. Maybe they're on this card. Maybe they're not. Again, my first time with all this packaging. So let me see if the notes are in here. See what this little envelope is. So cute. Oh, so this is actually cute. This is like a little story from the creator of Byredo. And it says, right out of art school, I began developing a creative project around smell and memory called Byredo, short for redolence, meaning reminiscent of. The ambition at the time was to use personal memories to get people to tap into an idea of a collective memory. I truly believed that a smell was subjective in its entirety, but felt the idea of a common touch point, and it opened people's minds when trying new smells. The first 5 smells I made resonated amongst people, and I understood my newfound interest in smell, and would continue to grow. There was something truly fascinating about an invisible medium that instantly took me places and also evoked so much emotion. Another realization was that in order for me to continue developing this work, there needed to be some level of commerce. Perfume as a product was both accessible but also abstract and seemed a perfect vehicle for my ideas and notions. In late 2006, the project Byredo became a brand and a company. In this form, I continued to develop meaningful products and projects. Ben Gorham. So that is a super cute note from the creator of Byredo. So since I can't find the official notes in the packaging, that's okay. We're going to look them up right now. Notes of Mojave Ghost. Okay. It says top notes here. It is light and airy. That's definitely what you get. Light and airy. Again, elegant. It's classy, but somehow casual for every day, but makes me smell like high-end every day. It still smells incredible on my arm. The scents are changing, and I'm getting some of those secondary notes. But top notes, Ambrette, soft, musky warmth, definitely Jamaican nestberry. It says a fruit sweetness, so I'm not familiar with Jamaican nestberry, but again, says it is a fruity sweetness. I would agree, but not like in a cheap, fruity way at all. It's actually very subtle. The middle notes, or the heart notes, would be violet, sandalwood, and magnolia, which again, I agree with. I've never had a fragrance that had any violet in it. And it's so deep, like there's layers. There's definitely layers to this perfume that you can 100% smell, and I love it. And then the base notes, okay, which are more lasting, they're warm, they're gourmand. They are chantilly musk, crisp amber, and cedarwood. So it says that this particular perfume was inspired by the rare flower, the ghost flower, which is in the Mojave Desert. I absolutely love that, and it blooms in extreme dryness. I think that is such an incredible story, and I love knowing where fragrances came from. But again, I wanted to step into the luxury fragrance space, and I'm so happy that my first steps were with Byredo. On another note, I tried the I'm gonna butcher how you say it, but the Bal d'Afrique. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it smelled amazing. That's definitely gonna be the second scent that I get from this collection. And I also smelled Blanche. There's a lot of back and forth with Blanche. People say it smells like way too soapy, and I definitely get the soapiness, but it is the most luxurious, clean smelling fragrance that I've ever smelled. And that will probably be the third one on my list. They just came out with another fragrance, a new one, Astro Alta, I think. I'm gonna double check that one for you guys one more time. Let's see. Alto Astral. I loved it. It was another good scent. Basically, I smelled like their top 5 scents, which off the top of my head, it was the Bal d'Afrique, the Mojave Ghost, which I ended up purchasing. Again, I had the hardest time making the decision between the Bal d'Afrique and the Mojave Ghost. I loved both of them for very different reasons. There was Blanche, Gypsy Water, Rose of No Man's Land, and then this new one. And honestly, I loved every single one of them for all different reasons. It was, to me, like Replica, the brand Replica, and their scents, which I love those scents, but I don't love all of them. My most favorite one is Beach Walk. I truly think that smells like just like a beachy day, and it brings me back to my childhood in the best way. But I think that these particular scents from Byredo are just like even more elevated, like Replica line, not comparing them like in that sense, because personally I think this line is better, and I've also never found a brand where I like more than one perfume in like the entire lineup, but like enough that I would consider buying all of them. So they are expensive. If you're not familiar with them, this bottle is $330, and by far the most expensive perfume I have ever purchased. Again, I had a gift card, so I got lucky. I got it from Bloomingdale's, so I had my gift card, and I also had $25 in Loyalist rewards. My particular sales associate ended up being the manager for the Byredo counter, and she also hooked me up because she saw how much I wanted it, and I was teetering between the sizes and the fragrances. She hooked it up, so shout out. She works at the Long Island Byredo counter at Bloomingdale's. But again, this is what the packaging looks like. So luxurious, so simple. Here we go. Close up. They did have the Mojave Ghost Absolute, which is supposed to last longer than this one, but honestly, I think this one lasts a pretty good, like a long time. It had pretty good staying power, in my opinion. The Absolute, you know, I'm sure just has maybe probably more like fragrance oils, if I had to guess, which makes it a little more longer lasting, but I didn't love the scent. I know that sounds crazy because it's supposed to be like the same thing, but to me it was like a little more intense. And I just love this one for what it is. Like, it's just settling so nice in my arm. I could wear this if I was going out to a wedding. I could wear this if I was just going to work in the office. I don't work in the office, but if I did, I would wear this. If I had an interview, if I was going on a lunch date, a dinner date, pretty much this is like a really, really good, like any occasion perfume. And depending on what you're wearing, you can dress it up and you can dress it down. So like if I want to be the most luxurious person in the room, I can wear this. If I want to just be the best smelling, most casual person in the room, like, okay, like what's that? So I can wear this. And so again, I'm just very excited. I'm excited to just look at her sitting on my countertop next to my other perfumes. And honestly, smelling a more expensive perfume has just made me want to get more really expensive perfumes, because it's something subtle, but I can really smell a difference. And until you start smelling more expensive fragrances, you're not going to notice. And ones that you thought were expensive are actually just mainstream fragrances that now I'm like viewing them differently, because I feel like I've elevated into this new fragrance space. But again, in the best way. That's not to knock anybody down. There's nothing wrong. I have plenty of your average fragrances, or your like more average to high end, like regular person luxury fragrance, if you want to call it that. But to me, these are just in another dimension. I feel like Byredo's up there with like Diptyque and Le Labo and Mason, like Kirk de Jean, Again, I'm sorry if I'm saying anybody's name wrong. I'm getting there. I'm just developing into the space, you know. But Parfums de Marly, like all those, that's where I want to be headed. And I want to be more intentional about the things that I buy now. I'm getting older. I'm 31. I want to have things that last. I want to have things that are phenomenal quality. And I want to not just buy things to have extra. I want to buy with intention. And those are my goals for 2026. So on top of this fragrance review, you can expect more videos with intentionality in mind. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, you know what? I'm gonna reel that back real quick if you're still watching, because I probably should have told you who this is for. I told you when I would wear it, but if not me, you, I wouldn't wear this. I would, not wouldn't. I would wear this if I had on like a cute pair of jeans with like a white t-shirt, very casual, like hair down, maybe ball cap on, cute little sunglasses, some New Balance sneakers. Bam. I'm just going for like a run out and not a run, but like, you know, like an errand run, something like that, down in like the streets of Brooklyn, or maybe I'm in Soho or something like that. Just like very Pinterest. Like this is giving me Pinterest. Like I look at photos of people on Pinterest or like influencers or things like that, and not all of them, but some of them, I'm like, you look like you smell good. And if you just needed a sign, this is a fragrance that's gonna make you look like you smell good, because you do actually smell good. But anyway, that's what I have to say. So I hope you guys loved the video. Consider subscribing, because there will be more where I came from. I'm revamping my YouTube. And that is what we have today. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.